Now we are going to the next topic, allocation and apportionment of overheads. Allocation and apportionment of overheads. See friends, what is this allocation and then what is this apportionment? When we are doing business, you take for example a pharmaceutical company. Now it's very important, they are going to do very well. So much, they must be very happy with Corona. So here what happens is, first step is they will have two types of departments. A pharmaceutical company, if you take, that will produce tablets, ointments, liquids, animal products, various. A Crocin company does not produce only Crocin, they produce tablets. They have machinery to produce the tablets. When the chemicals get in, they become tablets. Millions of tablets will come out. So, tablets department, liquids, syrups, cough syrup is there. Then ointments, then animals, like that they will have. So, these are all called as production departments. These are all called as production departments. Then you have service departments. What are the service departments? You have air conditioners, repairs and maintenance, stores departments, plumbings, personnel department, workers controlling and personnel department. Canteen will be there. So, they are all service departments. What is the object of costing is, the cost incurred will have to be accumulated and then spread over to products. What is that process? We are going to find out. I am producing products, tablets, all that, tablets, ointments, these are all production departments. And then service departments. And the overheads incurred in service departments, all expenditure incurred in service department is a overhead that will be redistributed to production departments, and then you arrive at the cost, because it is a production department which generates revenue. So the entire cost should come back to the production department when the goods are sold. So how will you accumulate it? You have a system called, take a brick wall. Wall is the total cost, means bricks are cost centers. Cost center. Cost center is a place where you accumulate the cost. Understand? See, I may have 5 branches. Each one may be cost center, where I have to pay rent, I have to pay salaries. Because once I open a branch somewhere, the cost starts being incurred. That all that I'll take, then I'll come. This is called as total cost accumulation. The two aspects are there: cost ascertainment, cost control. Both functions can be done through this. Now, whatever I have said, I will put it in a chart. See here, this is a cost center. Cost center means what? It can be a place. It can be a machine. It can be a person. It can be a product where one can accumulate the cost. It's like a well water. There will be so many springs will be there. Water will be coming. So similarly, each spring is called cost center. These cost centers are classified into production departments, and service departments. They are classified into production departments. What is the basis? The basis is production departments generate revenue. Production department generate revenue. I have told you. P1, P2, P3, P4. Tablets, then liquids, ointments, others, animal products. Service departments, they don't generate revenue. Hotel canteen will be there, they produce idlis, but that is not meant for open market sale. So they don't generate revenue, meant to serve production departments. Meant to serve production departments. S1, S2, S3, S4. What are all the department? Canteen, staff welfare, personnel department, and next is what is the other one? I said anything, repairs and maintenance, air conditioning, name it, there will be so many. So we are now talking about what is the concept of allocation and what is the concept of apportionment. In the cost ascertainment process, I told you in the starting, for every production department there will be prime cost, that you can find out. Direct cost, but then overheads will be of two counts. One is allocated overheads, then apportioned, reallocated. This is the cost of a production department comprises of. What is this allocation and what is the apportionment? I will explain you now. You take a simple example, friends. P1, P2, P3, S1, S2. A company is having this many departments. Suppose rent is paid totally 20,000 for the whole. So, what you will do on the basis of this will say total here. You would have studied everything in BCom. This is on the basis of area I will allocate. So 5 departments are there. Let us say it's all equal. 4,000 rupees. So this is called as allocation. Allocation refers to charging of overheads on some basis. Rational, rent is on the basis of area. Insurance is on the basis of value. Depreciation is on the basis of value. Staff welfare expenses, number of employees, power, horsepower, etc. We can see. Direct, indirect cost on the basis of direct labor. So some yardstick will develop, that is called as ratio, area, basis of apportionment. Then you have, what about the service department? They don't produce anything. So the overheads incurred in service departments have to be retransferred. So allocation refers to charging of overheads on a rational basis, some basis, to all the departments, to all, both production and service departments. But apportionment refers to reallocation of service department costs to production centers. Reallocation of service department costs to production centers. That is the problem. There are different methods are there. Method 1 is called as direct distribution method. 2, repeated distribution method. Simultaneous equations, algebraic method. Step ladder method. Step ladder method. So we are going to see that part of it. So I repeat what I am explaining. We are now moving to the level of overheads, allocation and apportionment. What is a cost center? Cost center is a place, a machine or a person or a product where costs can be accumulated. Imagine if the total cost is wall, bricks are called cost centers. Then you have segregating that cost centers into two types, and production departments, service departments. Then production departments, for the purpose of our workings, are those departments which generate revenue. So ultimately products are produced, selling price is fixed, and then you sell them. Whereas service departments don't produce revenue. Service departments don't generate revenue. They are meant to serve production departments, canteen department, personal, repairs and maintenance, air conditioned room, etc. Allocation and apportionment means the cost of a product. What is the cost? The cost of a production department comprises of prime cost, direct cost, and the overheads only the problem for us. allocated overheads and then apportioned overheads. So what is the allocation? Rent on the basis of area is called as allocation, and retransferring the service department cost to the production departments, and that is called as this, that is direct distribution method, repeated distribution method, algebraic method, step ladder method. This is what we are going to see. Now let's go to CA material. I am now taking you to CA material. If you don't have any questions. Right. Now I am going to take up all of you take the material. This was your question paper, friends. We'll come back to that. This, I hope you would have gone through this question paper. Marginal costing. You see, flexible budget. Today what we have done, that is the question A. Let us try this question and all. Will you be able to solve this question? Let us see. Answer the following, each 5 marks. Let us see this, how we will answer this question. All of you. Exam question. G Limited manufactures a single product for which market demand exists for additional quantity. Present sales of 6 lakh, rupees 6 lakhs utilizes only 60%. Selling price, the following data is available. Selling price, so can you do this problem? I will explain you how to do this problem. All of you read once. First step is, friends, even if it takes a lot of time, don't bother. 5 marks question. How to deal with it? What is that I explained? I did not explain the thing as it is, but using that knowledge you gained, you should be able to calculate it. We will deal like this. And what is your way of explanation? Choice. I will do it. I don't think most of you will be able to handle it. Then you will get disappointed. I will solve it. How? Same knowledge, how are we going to use it? Please write notes. I am giving a detailed notes on a single problem. Detailed notes. When you are reading, it's first once you are read. Second reading we are going. Notes 1, point number 1. See, whenever you are solving a problem, dear friends, I am telling you from your angle, it is not necessary that you will get correct answer every time. Mostly you won't get because of the examination conditions. But still you can get 90 marks. How? This is the technique I am telling you. So first step 1, I will do like note down. Quantity sold at present. Please write. Question 1. Working notes. That one. Quantity sold at present. Quantity sold at present is equal to 60%. That is equal to how much? I will do the problem, but you have fill up that. Read it and fill up. quantity sold at present, sold 6 lakhs. 100 rupees per unit means 6,000 units. 60% is 6,000 units. 80% will be how much? 100% will be how much? So they will give you 1 mark for this. Please write down. Working note 1. Sales value at 60, 80 and 100%. Calculation of sales, note down. Calculation of sales value at 80 and 100% levels. First you write working note 1. Okay. Carefully you read. Right, I am doing working note 1. You will get mark for this itself. Calculation of sales value at 80% and 100%. So, in 1, 60%, at 60%, the sales is rupees 6 lakhs, or 6 lakhs divided by 100, 6,000 units. 6 lakhs divided by 100, 6,000 units. So, at 80%, it will be 8,000 units. Selling price not changed, 100, 8 lakhs. At 100%, any change in selling price you see, 10,000 units into 10 lakhs. First step we got it. Okay, where is the die? இது அந்த क्वेश्चन பேப்பர் எங்க இருக்கு தெரியல. Okay. Next is variable cost, you got it. Semi-variable expenditure 60,000 fixed plus 5 rupees per unit. Now you have to fill up, that's all. Can you please fill up? Variable cost is 30 per unit. That means at 8,000, 2,40,000, at 10,000, 3 lakhs. Take it. Semi-variable cost 60,000, 5 into 6,000, 90,000. Then the next one will be 60,000 plus 40, 1 lakh. Next 60,000 plus 50,000, 1 lakh 10,000. Fixed expenditure increased by 20%, and that's all. Fixed expenses 1 lakh 25, that's all. So you get the answer, very simple. So this is 6,000 units, 8,000 units, 10,000 units. Sales 100 rupees per unit, variable cost 30, fixed cost, semi-variable cost. You can do as semi-variable cost or totally variable on one side, fixed one side. He asked the like that. So you can do like this semi-variable cost. Chay. Fixed cost is how much? $30 means and then semi-variable cost 60 plus this 90,000, that is 60,000 plus 5 into 6,000, 60 plus 5 into 8,000. This is 60 into that's all. This is the answer. Just we took very little time. Always put underline here. 280, 1 lakh, 280, 370. This one 225, 465. And this one is 235, 535. And profit is 2,30,000. 8 lakhs. This is the profit. That's all, friends.